Here's an important lesson from my recent breakup which I want you to understand. We all heard the quote, no matter how much you run from something, if God wanted that thing for you, it will catch you. And also, no matter how much effort you put into something, if God doesn't wants that thing for you, you will lose it. We all understand this, but the part not everybody understands, which I understand recently, is it also includes praying. No matter how hard you pray for something, if God doesn't want you to get that thing, you're not going to get it. For example, and just disclaimer, I don't want you to feel good for me or something, I just want to teach you something in this video, so listen carefully. Every Sunday for the 1 year straight, every Sunday I went to church and I light up the candle. I prayed to God for my ex-girlfriend, and also I was praying in the night before going to sleep, and in the morning, the first second I open up my eyes, I started praying to God. And also in my prayer I mentioned to keep our relationship healthy, etc, etc. And also she was doing the same. She was also praying 2 times a day and also going to church praying for us for a year straight, not even 1 day missed. For a year straight we prayed to God. But of course, if God doesn't want you, doesn't see you, doesn't knows you won't marry that girl, no matter how hard you even pray and work with her, you are going to eventually break up or lose them. If God sent that specific person in your life to teach you some lessons, to give you motivation for the gym, to teach you how to love somebody, to teach you what love is, to teach you about the woman, to teach you about the opposite gender, eventually to teach you to build the man you need to become, so eventually you can get married for the woman he chose for you in the future. But right now you need to develop as a man. Also understand this part. No matter how hard you pray for something, how hard you work for something, if God doesn't want you that thing, it will not happen. And what I specifically learned from this breakup is anything God can, that also second quote, God can take anything from your life, like anything, but he can also give you some. The full quote is, God can take away from your life something you never imagined losing, but can also give you something you never imagined getting. In the last three months, I also lost my best friend, my male brother of 11 years. And again, I don't want you to feel bad for me or some bullshit, anything like that. I want to teach you what I learned. I want to teach you, to give you that knowledge. I lost my friend of 11 years, my male brother, and 2 months later I break up with my girl I actually wanted to marry, and not to speak about it. I prayed for her 2 times a day, etc, etc. And what God taught me from this breakup is that you need to, which I wasn't actually ready before the breakup. You need to improve yourself as a man, to have that mental stability, so you can lose anything in your life, because you eventually will. Your car will break down. Your parents will eventually die. You will die also. Maybe your children, when you get them, they are going to turn 18, 19, 20. They are going to move away from your home, maybe to change the entire country. Maybe the war starts. Your pet will die. And not to make this video depressing, but to prepare yourself as a man for these things. Are you mentally stable enough? Because myself first, I wasn't before the breakup, but God, and I'm grateful for God for teaching me this lesson. You need to get strength to improve your mental toughness as a man, to be able to survive anything. And God will put challenges in your path to teach you something. Like this, for example, for my example, I lost my best friend and I lost my girlfriend. Two people in my entire world, which I never imagined even losing, but it happens. From your first relationship, you learn how to love. You learn how to what even love is. What is it the feeling to be loved? How to exchange love? How to receive love? How to give love? From your third relationship, you learn how to deal with together together financial problems when you're 22 years old, for example, and in the 4 or 5, eventually you're going to get the person you're going to marry. God, when you ask, there's also third quote which I want to tell you. When you ask God to win when you pray to God to win the marathon, God is going to give you the medal. He's going to give you the shoes. You need to work hard to actually achieve something, because if it was fucking easy, everybody would have it, and you wouldn't value it. For example, let's use anything, laziness, fucking scrolling on TikTok. If scrolling on TikTok was something special, if being obese was something special, you would be special. Everybody would be special, and the more something, the quantity of something, the more the quantity of something increases, it loses its value. To say it like this. If on the entire world there was only 1 ton of gold, so in one country, on every country, for example, on average there were just 100 kilograms of gold, what would be the gold price? Like fucking $1 billion an ounce. But right now, as it is more like, however, the price is going down. Let's use the copper, for example. The copper is 1,000,000 times less worth than gold. Why? Because more people have copper than they have gold. Like, you have copper in your house already. You have it in your wires, in your toilet, in your system installation, etc., etc. But do you have gold? Probably not. That's why it is worth. Same thing for this. If it was easy to get jacked, to get the six-pack, to get big biceps, to get developed, to get the V-taper, everybody would have it and you wouldn't value it. But right now, as everybody is averagely obese or skinny, that's why we value it, because it's fucking hard. Your body is the only thing you cannot actually bite, and not to speak, your physique is only thing you cannot get, you cannot buy, you cannot get. You need to work hard for that. Everybody can gift you a watch, a car, a money, a house, but nobody can give you muscles. And this was of the thing, but not to speak about the fitness, just to learn. I want the main lesson of this video. I want to teach you. You need to get ready for everything in life, and also things will happen which you never even thought could happen to you. And in both scenarios, you can lose something which you never imagined losing, like your mother, your girlfriend, your car, your wife, your house, your job. You can become homeless. But also on the other spectrum, God can give you something you never even imagined getting. Like, you're randomly walking in another country like a tourist, and you get offered a job there. Or maybe you're scrolling one day randomly, mindlessly on the Instagram, and you just happen to get into that suggested accounts to get suggested your future wife. You meet her on the street. Everything can happen in your life, so be aware of that. That was it for this video, brother. Hopefully you learned something from this video right now. Shortly, if you're interested in my paid products, you can go ahead and check out the link in the description. Keep coming back to this channel for even more. I'll launch and see you next video. Goodbye, brother.